Hey, welcome back to day 2, where we talk about the 7 reasons why coaches give up too soon. If you haven't already watched yesterday's, I encourage you to go ahead and watch that first and then watch this. Or if you want to watch this, go ahead, but make sure you don't skip yesterday's. We've covered quite a bit of ground in that as well. And number 1 reasons why coaches give up too soon. And before I forget, I just wanted to remind you again, if you haven't heard that, go ahead and go to classwithcat.com, where I share with you a free video of how I can predict a coach's success. Is going to open up your eyes to why a lot of coaches don't really have success in business, and maybe that can be the answer for you on how to get things done and what to look at and some of the things that I've noticed happen over the years. So if you're ready, we're going to dive right into reason number 2. Dun dun dun. Vagueness. How about that for a mouthful? Yes. People who are really vague about what they want, what they do, who they help, and all the other things can end up in confusion. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look. What does vagueness really mean? It means not having priorities. And I'm going to go ahead and share number 2 as well, because they tie in together. And here's what I mean. There's no priorities or the wrong priorities. No priorities means that you don't know what you're going to do. You don't have anything set. You're on your schedule. You kind of like go through the motions. And then also having wrong priorities, such as you're surfing the social media versus actually getting on calls or writing out an article or doing a live or getting on the calls or setting up some part of your business. And these can be very tricky. So I want you to start taking a look if this is something that may cause you to ultimately draw the conclusion that, well, you know what, this business is not for me. I can't really do it. And I'm just like, I'm just going to be here but not really do it. Look, this is critical, and the reason why I emphasize and I bring these things to you is because I notice a lot of coaches over the years literally be stuck in the same place for many, many years. And when I say even decades, I'm not joking. So I don't want you to be in that position where you're 20 years down the line and you tell yourself, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have done. I don't want you to end up with regrets. So start right now and take a look at, do I have priorities? Do I have something written down that I'm going after? Am I really clear about what I'm doing, who I'm helping, and so on? And then another thing that I've noticed, and I always refer to my story because I know it the best, but I know the difference between when I used to state preferences, meaning I used to have these really big dreams, but they weren't really backed up by action. That's what I mean when I say not having real aim. And what this, like, to break it down a little bit, is usually when you have this like huge outrageous goal of, you've never made money and you want to get to like $100,000 a month. And yeah, of course, we would all love it. But okay, how are you going to get there? And not like a lot of us don't really break it down. So start taking a look to see if you're just stating general things, or do you actually start like breaking it down and having a plan. It's really important. And once again, just a quick reminder, don't forget to go to classwithcat.com to check out the sweet video that's going to show you what I coined as the shrink. That's going to teach you how I can predict if coaches are going to have success in business. Another thing that falls into number 2 under vagueness is guessing what your next step is instead of getting help. And this can be a little bit tricky for people to accept especially because, when we start out as a coach, we want the lifestyle, we want all these things. So our aim is making money, not so much investing money. And when you're new on the field, especially as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of variables that come into place. And while I love simple things, if you were to work with me, you'd know by now that I really love simplifying things to the bare minimum, just so that I can keep the confusion out of it. But it's not really easy to accept, and I'm once again bringing up my own story, and I've seen this over and over again. It's not really easy for us to accept that we need help, especially when it comes to the more technical part of the business, such as setting up emails and websites and funnels and lead pages and ads, and oh my goodness, God knows what. There's too many of them. So instead of guessing what your next step is, and maybe not even getting to the technical part, like understanding what it is that you're doing and not doing right now can also be something that you may be doing, such as I'm guessing this is how good I'm doing, or this is how bad I'm doing, not really having a clear idea about that. The last one is approaching your coaching practice like a hobby, not a business. And this is really tough to say, but I still want to bring it up because I want to say it in a nice way so that I don't hurt anybody's feelings, but we tend to approach helping people as a friend instead of being more of a professional. And in the beginning it's okay to kind of test the waters and check out what you like to do and who you like to talk to. But after a while, if you're still there just helping people and not really asking for money, not really getting compensated, then you're going to continue. And the more you do it, the more you're going to build this belief that you're not really worth money. So the difference between a hobby and a business is actually not that big, especially when you enjoy what you're doing. The difference is, though, the important part, which is the money. Because after all, you do want to feed your family. You do want to be able to provide, for a roof over your head and for all your necessities, right? So if you continue to just go ahead and give it for free, then you're really not going to have a sustainable business. So see, once again, I want to invite you. I'm always going to invite you to take a look to see which one stood out to you the most, and what is something that you can do today based on what we talked about to change it. Because this, when it comes to vagueness, the simple change of getting clear about what you're doing or not doing can be very quite a big transformation, can be very big for you. So in wrapping this up, I want to invite you again to check out the website of classwithkat.com and take a look for yourself. It's free. You've got nothing to lose. To see how I can predict the coach's success in business. It's super helpful, super fun, and I promise you're going to love it, and you're going to see what I mean when I say that we need to really look at the bottom line and how to look at it, and what is standing between you and making money in your business. I hope this has been helpful and has served you. And once again, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up, share with me maybe something else that I haven't covered here in the comments below. And also, if someone may benefit from this, make sure that you share it with them. I would really appreciate that. I'm looking to serve as many coaches as possible, and I would love to see in this year and the coming years a lot more coaches believe in themselves and making money in their business. This is ultimately my goal. So it's been a pleasure being here with you, and I cannot wait to see you in day number 3. So come back tomorrow for one more reason why coaches give up too soon.